So here's a problem that has been troubling me for a while now. Whenever I take some sweets with me to my desk and just take my eyes off of them for one moment, they're suddenly gone. And that is an issue that needs to be fixed the only way I know how, designing a 3D printable combination box to protect my sweets. So I spent about a week designing this combination box in Fusion 360, and after printing the first iteration, I realized that I miscalculated and made it way too big. The second iteration was much better, but I dare anyone out there to actually print and build the big version, cause it is a beast of a box. Once I double checked everything and did some test fitting, I did the only sensible thing as a man who owns about 7 3D printers at this point, which is not printing the parts myself, but instead outsourcing the print job to today's sponsor, which is JLC PCB. Yes, they not only do PCB manufacturing anymore, they also do 3D printing now. Simply visit their store, link in the description, upload your 3D files, or my files if you want to protect your sweets, choose a material and go to the checkout. After they check the files, you can pay and get the printed parts delivered to you within a few business days. Thanks JLC PCB. I chose to print these files in resin because I don't own a 3D resin printer big enough to print something like this, and I was curious about the print quality. And well, the parts look great. So let's assemble the box. The first part is what I call the clicker. Every good combination box needs to click when you move the dials. So I simply took some cable ties, cut them to size and glued them in place. It is best to use some epoxy putty for that, but some super glue will do just fine too. Don't over-engineer your clickers, by the way. This gear will slot into place right next to the cable tie, and when the dials are moved, the gear will move with it. It will then get caught on the cable tie and produce the clicking sound. It's as easy as that. Once all of the 4 cable ties are glued into place, it's time to assemble the rest of the top part of the box. I put the clicker gears into place and then glue the clicker in the top part of the chest. By the way, for the next minute I will only describe exactly what is happening on screen because I don't know what more to say except exactly what is happening on screen, so don't expect any entertainment for the next minute or so. You have been warned. Also, here's how the clicker sounds now. Once the clicker assembly is in place, I simply pushed the lock assembly in place. The lock assembly is made out of a spacer and a lock gear. And yes, I'm making the names of the parts up as I go. I put one spacer on one lock gear and then push the gear into place. I repeat that 4 times and then finally we have the actual locking mechanism, which looks like that. Man, I feel like I have to censor that part if I don't want to get demonetized. Oh wait, I can't monetize my videos yet. I don't have enough subscribers. So yeah, joke's on you, YouTube. So I push that part in place, completely uncensored, test the mechanism and finally glue the bottom cover of the whole assembly in place. And we want to welcome back those who skipped a minute ahead when I said there will be no entertainment for the next minute. Depending on the definition of entertainment, you might have missed something, but really there's only one way for you to find out. Anyway, the box is almost fully assembled, all that's left is mounting the top part of the chest to the bottom part with an M4 screw. The thread is 3D printed and should hold up fine. I don't exactly know if it will, I haven't tested it. And there is the fully assembled 3D printed combination box. Except that it looks a bit boring right now, so let's fix that with some paint. I spread the whole box with the primer and then painted it with metallic blue and polished gold. I don't really have anything more to say about the painting process, so enjoy this awkward silence for the next 2 minutes. To all of you who skipped through the last 2 minutes, you did the right thing. And the rest of you, what did you expect would happen? I mean, I just painted the box, nothing more. Now that I think about it, I could have played some music during that. Anyway, the box was almost done and I realized that I was missing indication arrows and numbers on the top of the box. So I quickly printed and painted those. And the blue and gold color scheme really makes the box look like the box of a royal mage or something. Just the inside of the box looks a bit boring right now. So let's fix that. I have the self-adhering red felt that I simply cut to size and glued on the inside of the box. I always cut longer parts than I actually need, so that I can simply cut off the overhang with a sharp box knife afterwards. And now my sweets have a nice surface to stick to on a warm summer day. Finally, I only have to glue the arrows in place. Conveniently, this place right here is perfect for that. Almost as if I planned it and didn't forget about the arrows until like 5 minutes ago. Then we also have to glue the gears in place. I have to make sure that the gears are lined up so that the arrows will actually point at a number. The code of the box is set by gluing the number gears on in different orientations. And with that, the box is done. And now, as this video format demands, enjoy the final result, underlined with some music. And finally, my sweets are safe. All I have to do is put my sweets in the box, lock it, and comfortably look away because I know my sweets are safe. And if I want to eat them, I just have to enter the code, open the box, and... How? I hope you enjoyed this video. A link to the combination box is in the description down below. You can download it for free or you can choose to support me, whatever you feel like doing. And if you have any questions, then let me know. I will try to answer them if I can.